You know, you used to tell me, I love you so much. And I would be like, well, where does so much end? Where does it end that you don't love me anymore?
Yeah.
Ultimately, most people, if not all, are operating with a limit of love to themselves. The idea is that we're going to love ourselves completely. Purely, I love you. It's complete.
All right, we're back. Hello, beautiful souls. Karen desu.
Daniel here.
Daniel desu.
Daniel desu.
He's learning Japanese though.
はい。わかります。
わかります。日本語？
日本語が少しわか
わかります。
ります。Yeah.
彼はすごく頭がいいので、ちょっと勉強すると He used to
Study Japanese.
study Japanese, also live in Japan for 4 months in middle of Tokyo, Roppongi.
I studied for 3 years. Japanese in university for fun.
Yeah, I said you're super smart, so once you really studied again, you will remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. It's also fun not knowing and having you say things.
Yeah, I think
fun.
it's better.
Yeah,
like
if
for
you
me.
want, yeah, I see you talking to your friends. Better I don't know.
Alright, so while we planning this program, Cosmic Mind Mastery, we decided to focus on topic of communication at first. So communication is super important. I would love to ask you today why we're gonna learn about communication first in this program. Why so important?
Great, yeah. Communication is everywhere and it's everything. It's the root of everything, okay? How we talk to ourselves, how we talk to others, how we talk to the universe, how we talk to people we work with. Everything is, you know, our internal thinking is all communication.
Yeah.
Especially today, it goes further into computers. It goes into devices that we use. You know, programmers are speaking to computers when they write code. Meditators are speaking to their body to allow themselves to open up.
Yeah.
Partners in relationships are speaking to each other to have a great time with each other. And in work and in business, it's the same thing. So before we can explore anything, we must first learn to become clear with what we say.
Can you come
Sure.
closer? Yeah.
Of course,
And
I can
also-
come closer. Squeeze in. Closer is better anyway. See, that's good communication. That's body language coming in. It feels good, you know. So in order to be clear, in order to understand, in order to truly receive the needs and the wants that we have in life, we need to learn how to communicate them.
Yeah.
And to see them and to listen for them. By seeing them is also a level of communication, body language. So communication is going to be the opening, and it's also going to be the closing, because at the end we're going to see how much more effective our communication is with all of our aspects.
Yeah.
Well, I can say one thing about communication in general is most of the time people are not asking or responding to the questions that they have or to the ones they're being asked. And with me, you need to ask the questions clearly, or my response, I will tell you, I cannot respond until I get a really clear understanding of what it is that I'm answering, as well as asking a question. I want to know the answer to the question that I asked. Right? So sometimes when I encounter people, it's always fun, it's always good, it's always enjoyable. The communication though, they see, they're like, wow, I don't even know what I was asking for actually, you know, and we can help each other communicate better. So for example, if somebody is saying something to you that is unclear, there's no reason to get angry, there's no reason to get frustrated. Help them create clarity by asking them questions to better understand, so then you can respond clearly, rather than respond for the fact of responding, right? So communication is really about supporting each other, especially when we're in challenging situations.
Yeah, I've been learning so much about communications past year, let's say, through you especially, because clearly I'm still learning, still developing. But think about me 1 year ago, I couldn't even tell you what I want, what I need. Like, it was so hard for me to communicate. I tend to hold it. Remember? I couldn't tell you.
Well, you would hold it and then get angry you're not getting it. And I would be like, all you need to do is ask.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on in there. I'm not going to try and read your mind. And that's really what it comes to, is that a lot of the time people have this expectation that the other person already knows what they're thinking.
Yeah.
Even if I know what you're thinking, I really don't know. It's better for me to gain clarity, right? And yeah, your confidence now is like, and the way you communicate and what you ask for is incredible. And it's so much easier to support and enjoy time because I know what you want. I know what you need. You tell me, right?
Yeah.
And I love that. So yes, communicate well with each other.
So important.
So important.
I'm still learning. I'm still practicing.
We
but
both are. We both
yeah,
are.
I already feel I grew so much through learning communication. Also lately we were going through together and we decided to really learn about communication again. And we coincidentally found an audiobook called NVC, Nonviolent Communication.
Exactly. The same day your friend published a book.
Yeah, so my friend Coco-san, I knew she's working with nonviolent communication, but she just published her book. So she's touring in Japan for the book. I told him, like, because she knows Coco. So Coco just published and let's check out this book. So we're learning about NBC past few days and it's been amazing. Like, so much to learn. It's not easy to right away you change, but I'm learning so much. I was taking so much note today. What I found was it's really, really beneficial for us because especially as Japanese, we never told that we're gonna identify our needs, what we need. And we tell our needs to people. Like we never told that way. And that is selfish. That is, nobody care your needs. Just follow the rules and fill up the answer that they want. So there's so much culture gap.
And that's pretty much how you were when we met.
Yes.
You were so worried about making me happy that you were unhappy.
Yes,
and
yes.
I was unhappy because you were unhappy in seeing that. And once you gained the confidence to really tell me what you needed, it completely propelled our relationship in a beautiful way. One other factor that's really nice about nonviolent communication is it's already very well established. So we will build around it for the purpose that there is much to explore with it, though you will have all the resources regardless out there that you can continue exploring and you can communicate with people. So it's really important that a lot of what we're sharing also has resources outside for people to utilize. Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why we're really excited about communication.
Very excited.
Yeah.
This is game changer.
Already.
Already between us, people with their partner, with their kids, with their co-workers.
With themselves.
Because it's so invisible. But this is the place where the real change is hiding.
Here's something interesting about language. When you think about needing to change, you're using language. And if your language is not equipped to support the change you want to have, you're going to use confusing language with yourself about something that you want to change. So that's why it's really hidden, because you say to yourself, I'm not communicating my needs. But wait, do I even really know what needs mean? This is the only word I have for this, and so it becomes confusing. So because we use it in itself to correct itself, very tricky. The key to really developing incredible communication is to be very open to feedback and to exploring new ways to say something. I used an example about a hostage negotiator. Somebody gets kidnapped or they're held hostage. The negotiator has to be so focused on how they communicate, so clear, because people's lives are in danger. The negotiator trains himself to master patience, listening, hearing what's really going on, and then creating a reinforcement between the person who is aggressing the hostage, one who's kidnapping or creating the hostage scenario, and then doing that with all of the stress simultaneously with having to perform. So, if we can all be that cool, like as a hostage negotiator in our communication in any situation, imagine what would open up in our lives. Now, that's an extreme. But the idea is to learn. Learn from them by seeing that they practice. They practice speaking to better their speaking. It's an important exercise, and what we're going to be doing also in the program is practicing to speak, right? And practicing to listen.
What are you actually learning about communication with me?
Not to argue.
Not to argue?
Not to argue. Actually, with you, I love you. And I want that you enjoy yourself and that you have a great life. And in general, this is what I want. And I also want the same for myself. And so I'm learning with you how to really build the communication skills to let you know that you're supported that way, and not to create any sort of obligations of relationships and expectations, though really to show you through one of the levels is communication, that I really want you to be you. I really want you to enjoy yourself, and I'm proud of everything you've been doing. The way that I say it, the words that I use, the way that I listen to you is really important to reinforce that. And so this is an opportunity I can only get with somebody this close. And so yeah, that's why I feel like I'm learning with you.
Thank you.
Yeah, good answer. You know that.
Very, very excited to dive deep into this communication techniques and practice and make real change to our relationship between everybody around you and also with yourself. So it's starting at April 20th. If you can't make it 20th morning, I still send all the recording videos, so you don't have to worry about the schedule that you can attend every single session.
Yeah, and this is really about forming a powerful group for everyone
Yeah.
to benefit from. So we're here,
Yeah.
you know, and we're excited to meet everyone and be a part of your lives. So thank you.
Thank you, and we're feeling it's gonna be very, very powerful program because it's been very powerful and intense for us already while we're preparing this
Oh
program.
yeah, we're opening up.
Yeah.
We're the stuff that I'm excited to share about, and I know you have to share about, is going to be really interesting, very unique. We plan on breaking a lot of molds, a lot of expectations of life, and really share something beautiful, which is what I see is the beauty in all of ourselves. This is the goal for me, is that everyone come out and see how amazing they really are and how amazing each other are, and take that into their life every day.
Through this program, what they're gonna achieve, what we're gonna achieve.
First of all, through the food, the communication, through the opportunity to find new ways to think about things.
Yeah.
These are all amazing things that are going to change your life. Ultimately, though, there's the infinite to achieve, because we're going to teach meditation, dream journeying, and visualizations and exercises that are really limited by nothing. There's no limit. There's no limit. There's no top that we can put on what we're going to achieve, because the tools are so expansive. You know, in my life, when I started first learning in the desert and working with Dr. Greer and with all the other people and doing these meditations, well, we kind of met the universe, I would say, and I was not thinking that that was necessarily going to happen, and that actually changed everything about my life.
Right.
So there is opportunities in what we're going to share that other people will have similar, if not more profound, to something that relates to them.
Yeah. We never know.
And it's not about comparing. At the end of the day, ultimate goal is that we learn to love ourselves, we learn to love each other, and that we bring that into our life completely. You know, you used to tell me, I love you so much, and I would be like, well, where does so much end? You know, where does it end that you don't love me anymore? And ultimately, I feel like most people, if not all, are operating with a limit of love to themselves. And the idea is that we're going to love ourselves completely. Purely, I love you. It's complete. It's everything. And that's really what I aim to achieve with everyone in the group, that it's a complete, full love for themselves and others. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's so many people out there that they tell that I love you so much. I love you so much. I love you so much. I used to say it so much, but now I say I love you completely.
Yeah.
I love you completely.
And that's the perfect amount.
Yeah.
Right? It's completely.
I love you completely.
I love you completely.
Maybe this phrase will like blown up to the world. Like I love you completely. I love you completely. I love you completely.
Full love.
Everybody start to use this.
That would be the biggest blessing.
Yeah.
We had some more technical difficulties.
And sound went down.
There's so much heat. The camera is turning off from the heat.
Yeah, and we're talking about how's our body. Like, are our body okay?
Yeah. We're gonna buy more fans tomorrow.
All right. Thank you so much for receiving our message.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. See you in next video. I love you completely.
I love you. Thank you, everyone.
Bye bye. Yay. Okay.